Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about how you can really change your future. So, if you are hoping for change in your life, if you want to improve your life, if you want things to get better for you, I've got a few ideas that may help you, and they're also very practical as well. So, you can start on these things today to help improve your life and make you feel a lot better about your life. Okay, so the first point that I want to make is that you got to do what you need to do, whether you feel like it or not. Okay. And this is one of the major ways that you can instantly start improving your life. Because if you have a day where you do everything that you've set out to do and you don't procrastinate, right, you're going to feel so good about yourself. Right? If you do all the things that you know you need to do in a given day, and I think most of us have a good idea of what we need to be doing every single day, right? We know that we should be eating the right things. We know that we should get some kind of form of exercise in. We know that we should be working on our goals. We know that we should be attending work if you've got a job, things like that. Or if you're a student, you study or you go into class, things like that. So if you want to start instantly changing your life today and really give yourself a good boost in your self-esteem, then do the things that you know you need to do. And you're going to feel really good about yourself, right? Because you're not going to feel good sitting around procrastinating and not doing what you know you need to do. Because what that basically does is that at the end of the day, you're just going to feel lots of regret over the things that you know you should have done, right? So don't waste your time, right? It doesn't mean that you can't have fun. It doesn't mean that you can't, have a little bit of playtime. Like, let's say you're into video games or something. It doesn't mean that you have to skip on those things if you don't want to. But get the most important things that you know you should be doing every day out of the way first before you go into your playtime. Okay, and that will instantly start changing your life. If you do that consistently, if you try and do that every single day, that's going to make you feel really, really good about yourself. Okay, and that's one of the ways that you can instantly change your life, change your future, is to start doing that. Okay, so the next thing that I want to get into is to not give up on your dreams, right? To persist, basically, because so many people give up on their dreams. So many people do this, right? They have ideas of what they want to be when they grow up. They have ideas of what they want to achieve in this life, what they want to accomplish. And a lot of people give up on those things, right? They decide that for whatever reason that they're not good enough because perhaps they've been belittled and stuff like that. And they give up and they stop believing in themselves. And basically, years and years go by and they look at their life and they start to regret. Like they get to like 30 or 40 and they feel like they should have accomplished way more by this point, right? And then they get into their 50s and they start to feel like, there's no time left, right, essentially. Even though there's plenty of time left, even if you are 50 and up, if you're still alive, basically, you've got time, right? Okay, so never give up on your dreams. You have to persist, and persistence really is just you just keep going. It's kind of like it can be a bit of a grind sometimes. You have to keep on working towards your dreams, whatever they may be. Working on that online business that you've got, or working on your TikTok and YouTube channels, and things. Things to that degree, like whatever it is for you, right? You have to keep on persisting at it, right? I think, like the classic example of like J.K. Rowling. She sent the book Harry Potter out to so many publishers, and she got rejected basically at every corner, right? But eventually, the publishing house, I think it's Bloomsburg. I think they took Harry Potter, right, and it became one of the most successful books of all time, if not the most successful book of all time, apart from the Bible, right? So you have to persist at your dreams. You have to, and almost you kind of have to be like a steel peg in the frozen ground. I think that's one of the ways that they describe Winston Churchill. You have to be that stubborn when it comes to your dreams, right? And that persistent. Like, you're just completely unmovable. And you have to see yourself as that and to just never give up, right? And I know that's a bit of a cliche saying to like never give up on your dreams, but there's a reason why that's important, because if you do, you're going to feel so awful about yourself in the future, right? So never give up, because basically the discipline that you put in now is going to feel way better than the regret later on of not trying, of giving up, okay? So that's really important, okay? So another way that you can change your future and start changing your life today is to change your approach but never change the plan. So if you are working towards your dreams and things haven't really been working out for you and things haven't really been showing the results that you were hoping for, then it's time to change your approach. But you should never change your plan. Like if your plan is to have a successful business, right? Then obviously you keep that as your plan, right? You keep that as your plan. So, and it's the same with like, oh, I want to get a really good grade in this course that I'm on, or something like that. If you're a student, that you should never change the plan of getting a good grade or getting a good having a successful business, right? You should never change that plan, but you can always change your approach on how you do things. It could be, if you've got your own business, it could be like changing your marketing strategy. It could be I don't know, doing more of something rather than doing less. It could be even just, taking a look at your business and figuring out what's working for you, and just to focus most of your attention on the things that are working and kind of start to discard the things that are not working, right? So you have to really take a good analytical approach to what you're doing and think about what's working, what's not working, what can you do less of, what should you be doing more of, right? And if you've given yourself enough time in your business or whatever it may be, you should be able to tell what's working for you and what's not working for you. And if you're a student watching this and you're struggling with your studies and you're struggling with studying, become self-aware of what time you're most alert, because sometimes one of the reasons why students don't get on so well and don't have the energy and stuff to study is because they start studying at times when they don't have much energy. So if you have the most energy when you wake up in the morning, then do a bit of studying then. Or maybe you've got more of a burst in the afternoon, so do some then. Or maybe you actually you're more of a night owl and you have loads of energy at night time. And if that's the case, then that's the time when you should be studying or doing your papers or whatever it may be, studying for that important exam. Those are the things that you should be doing. You should start to become self-aware of what gives you energy and what times of day you feel the most alert. Because sometimes, you go to study and you're just so tired that you just want to go to bed. And because you're so fatigued, because you're so tired, you do actually end up going to bed, and then you waste the day basically, or you waste that time. But it's not wasted basically if you sleep at the times that you're going to be tired, right? So it's just something to think about, become aware of when you have the most energy. And it's the same if you've got a business, right? Work on your most important things when you feel the most alert, when you have the most energy, right? Especially those important things that are, that are growing your business the most, that are creating the most revenue. That's when you should be working. You should be working on those times, right? When you feel those are the most important things you should be working on when you have the most energy, okay? So another thing that I want to discuss is, and this is a bit of a paradox, right? Because it's kind of hard to wrap your head around, right? But life really is better when you are struggling for something, right? When you are striving towards something, when you're trying to achieve something. Like it could be a struggle at the gym, you're struggling to lift the weights, or it's just really hard work. Those are the things that actually make you feel really good, right? It's comfort and procrastinating and giving up on stuff that makes us actually ultimately feel awful in the long run. It may feel good to put things off in the moment, but in the long run, actually it's worse off for us. But actually struggle is good, right? So if you want to change your future, add more struggle into your life, add more conflict, I guess you could say. Like if you think of it in terms of like a movie or a story, like add more things, add more challenge, right? Because that's going to make you feel good about yourself, because you can then look back when you've done all these amazing things and see how well you've actually done. But giving up and going to your comfort zone is not going to make you feel good about yourself. It's actually going to do the exact opposite. It's going to make you feel worse about yourself, and you're going to be having lots of regret, because you feel like, because maybe the only struggle you need to do, maybe the only struggle that you need to go through right now is just to not put off things. Right, that might be the only thing. Like, just do what you need to do every single day, the things that you should be doing, and do that, right? That could be enough struggle for you, right? Because that's ultimately still going to lead you to your dreams and your destiny and the things that you want in this life, right? All the things that you want are on the other side of the struggle, on the other side of not procrastinating, of not giving up, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloverish.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.